So, before you even get into this video, if you take a look at the thumbnail, what do you think about that? What I think is someone who didn't take care of their body. You know, from my experience, whenever I would smoke, it'd just be whatever goes. You could eat candy, you could eat chips, anything. And the main thing I think, and I'm going to explain a little bit more in the video here, but when you see me in that thumbnail at that time, it was just an individual who was not at all conscious of how he was using his time. That's it. All right, what's going on, guys? So we're going to be breaking this down into a couple different segments in terms of my 1-year experience with quitting weed. Before I tell you my actual experience with quitting weed, I first kind of got to tell you my experience as a stoner so that I can then tell you my experience as a non-stoner. Excuse me. So I guess the right question to ask myself would be, who were you as a stoner? And I can answer that question. The type of person I was as a stoner, I mean, aside from the first 1.5 years of smoking, because within the first 1.5 years of smoking, I found it that I was having a lot of very euphoric experiences, a lot of great times with my friends. A lot of those I wouldn't trade for the world. Honestly, like, there were some really good times. But at the same time, as it progressed, I started to get to the point where I was smoking to feel normal. And that's where things kind of got negative for me, kind of impacted my life in a negative way. So answering that question, what kind of person I was as a stoner, was someone who was just seeking that pleasure of marijuana, right? Like, there was even times when I didn't even have any money, or maybe I was, just not doing anything that day. And I'd text a friend and be like, hey man, you wanna come over and play Call of Duty, or like, you wanna go get some Jamba Juice or something? And really it was just like, yeah, let's go get the Jamba Juice, and then, oh, we're going back to your house to smoke weed, right? Or, oh, you're coming over to my house and you're bringing weed, right? And it was just like, sometimes I'd even, like, friends of mine that were sort of like acquaintances, like I didn't even really hang out with like that, I would literally hit them up and be like, hey man, like, what are you up to, man? Yeah, no, I'm bored, man. I'm chilling. Is it cool if I slide through, give you $5, give you $10, and then I smoke with you guys? Cool, man, sweet. What? What kind of behavior is that? Really who I was a person who was very unaware of his goals, didn't really have goals. Sure, I had, like, maybe, I guess, minor things here or there that I was doing to sort of improve my life. I've always been a pretty healthy person. I've always been a relatively happy person. I've always been able to spawn joy out of myself somewhat easily, but at the same time, I didn't have any direction. Like I said, when I was smoking, I was someone who, again, yeah, not taking, I was in pretty good health just because I was exercising regularly, but my health wasn't necessarily at an optimal point either. I wasn't in the gym when I was smoking. I wasn't socializing with a whole lot of new people aside from, my main friends that I would hang out with and smoke with. That's about it. Like I said, yeah, the number one thing so I was I was out of it half the time. A lot of times when I'd smoke a bad strain, or an indica, I don't even want to say a bad strain, but like an indica strain, and it'd be too strong, I'd be very antisocial. I'm kind of just like, yeah, what's going on? Like, kind of just there. I don't really have that aliveness like I'm sort of talking to the camera at now. That aliveness wasn't there. But I kind of ramble on here for a little bit. The main point of this is the type of person I was. I wasn't very goal-oriented. and I was not very conscious of my time. I'd be playing a lot of video games, I'd be smoking a lot of weed, I'd be eating a lot of crappy food, and I was just spending time not doing a whole lot. So that spawns question number 2, and that's gonna be, who am I as a non-stoner? I haven't smoked now in like a year and a week. What's the type of person I am as a non-stoner? I'm the type of person now where I'll write out my goals, I'll look at my goals, and I'll sort of reverse engineer the things I have to do to get to those goals, and I realize I don't have enough time. I barely have any time. If you're calling my phone and it's not about improvement on some level, if you're just calling me to chop it up, bro, I don't have time for that. If you're just texting me to chop it up and catch up, like, sure, if you're an old friend, I'm obviously not gonna leave you hanging, but at the same time, like, I got stuff to do, man. When I see my goals, when I see the life I wanna live, I think, whoa, I really gotta do this twice a week, I gotta do this 3 times a week, I gotta do this activity 4 times a week, if in 10 years I wanna end up here. As opposed to, yeah, for sure, man, we'll go shoot hoops once a week, you know, oh yeah, dude, I'm gonna kick your ass in horse, man. I'm gonna get really good at basketball. I'm gonna get really good at piano, just like, you know, kind of, you know, telling myself that I'm gonna practice every day, but then because I'm stoned and I already feel good since I'm stoned, I don't really have motivation to go, you know, get better at basketball or piano or whatever the example is, right? And I'm just kind of chilling, man. I'm just enjoying myself, man. Yeah, I haven't been to the gym in, you know, 3 years, but it's all good, man. We're just chilling. It's like, dude, you're not achieving anything. Like, you're not moving. Your ass is stapled to the fucking couch and you're playing Xbox. Like, move. I mean, unless you're okay with that. Like, there's gonna be some people where, hey, I just believe you should do everything consciously. So if you realize that weed's gonna make you lazy, you're not really gonna, in most cases, be your best self when you're smoking a lot of weed, and you're okay with that, more power to you. But in my experience, this stuff just was a total time waster, man. Total time waster. And yeah, like I said, socially, feel much more at ease, breathing deeper in my lungs. I'm not really gonna go over all those reasons right now, like all the benefits of that right now. I would encourage you to watch a video called 60 Reasons to Quit Weed here on YouTube. That's gonna really go in depth in a lot of it. I can even link it in the description. But that's basically the central idea of this whole video. Was, as a stoner, I was someone who was fucking happy for no reason because I was high. And as a non-stoner, I'm someone who, which is fucking awesome, I'm able to actually elevate my emotions on my own. I'm able to feel good on my own and not be dependent on a substance. But at the same time, there's still that conscious part of me that's like, wait a minute, I'm not satisfied. Man, I can't, you know, bench press this much. I can't squat this much. I can't, you know, run a mile in this time or whatever goal I have. When I look at the gap of where I am now and where I want to be, again, I think I mentioned it earlier in the video, but the term blissfully dissatisfied. It's where, hey, I'm happy. I'm happy to be alive. I'm happy on my day-to-day life. I'm not going to beat myself up. But at the same time, I'm dissatisfied because, oh man, I want to hit that next bench press record. I want to hit that next squat record or whatever it is. I want to read half of a book in a week. Man, I've never done that before. Whatever. So that's about it for the video. Real quick announcement. I am currently in a mastermind group full of a bunch of guys who, if you watch this video and you resonated with this video, I'm gonna say that you might very well be a good fit for this. It is full of guys like you and me that have similar mindsets and want to improve their lives. I do not have permission to invite people to that group yet, but I should have permission soon. So stay tuned for that. I'm gonna be having calendar link calls for you to actually talk with me one-on-one and see if you're a good fit for this mastermind group. In the meantime, guys, again, hope you enjoyed that video. Make sure you leave that like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned to the next one. Bye.